So you're telling me I've just been yapping to myself in a dark room, huh? Dang, Brother Bear, that sucks. But what I was saying, just to give a quick recap, is audio just really low? No, I had, apparently I was just talking to myself, just having a good old, like, Chris time, you know? I appreciate it, Neil. But, so the plan is, let me recap. I rehearsed it myself, but let me tell you guys. So, we've been grinding our fingers down to the bone, just playing like nonstop this week on this character and on most of the alts, trying to get them at least a vault slot. And as you can see, we have one maxed out vault slot, and hopefully we win the lottery with this piece, but it's very unlikely. So instead of doing two more plus 10s, because y'all know these 10s are a slog right now, we're going to look to try to shore up those bottom two slots. So I'm going to try to do two plus 8s to get them to 619 level. And that's the plan for today. And the two pieces that we're going to hunt are Dawnbreaker and City of Threads. Hey, LB, wish you a great one. I appreciate it, Robot Sasquatch. I wish you a great one as well. Ooh, there's a 9 though. We do need some 9s. So the whole thing about today is we either need 9s because those give crests, which we are desperately in need of so we can craft a weapon, or we just need 8s for the vault. Or if we get like super lucky and like find like an insane group, we can push like some 10s. But 10s are kind of like, there's not really a point in doing them except for the one for the vault each week. So we're going to filter out all but City of Threads and Dawnbreaker just to narrow it down, because these will give us a good bit of eye level. Yeah, they'll just give us a lot of good stuff. Let's queue up for these 9s. People are Oceania, but usually I play pretty well with Oceania people. There's an 8. What the? What? How is that a thing? That little Q. That's weird. So 9s are so much more preferred because I need those crests. So for the crests that I'm talking about are these. We need 90 to craft our 2-hand. And right now we're sitting at 40. I am lagging behind. Some of my guildies have already capped out at 180, which is crazy. But yeah, hopefully we can get into a key early. We're not, like, the thing about this is, like, yeah, we're going to get some IO for this key. But this key, like, in 2 weeks' time, when we come back to Tyrannical Week, we're going to replace this key IO-wise, like, very quickly. So I'm not too pressed about getting the IO. I'm just thinking about the vault slots. Ayo, Bezos, pay this man. Yeah, take those Bezos bucks. Thank you so much, Brother Bear. That's funny. Ayo, Bezos. Let's see. Hey, that your talents are. So my talents, let me make sure I'm not missing a Q, and then I'll show the talents. The talents that we're rocking. I mean, there's a 10. Do we just like YOLO snap the 10? The thing about 10s though is like they're very brutal. Like very brutal. It's a huge step up. Because you're going to both fortified and tyrannical. We need all the 9s we can get. 999. Where are they at? Oh, okay, so my build. Wait, what happens to IO? This is my first season back in years, so I don't know how it all works. So basically, like, I mean, each week we're going to be gaining more and more gear. So what I meant by that, and Anirion, still, I'll never be able to say it. But what I mean by that is, like, each week as we get more and more gear, we're just going to come back and, like, time a dungeon that's higher than the one that we did this week. So, like, I'm not too pressed about getting as much IO as possible this week. I just want to set myself up for future success. So I care more about setting myself up with a good vault than I do about, like, timing all these dungeons right now and spreading myself super thin. So for example, this week, I would prefer, personally, I would much rather just sit here and run 9 mists all day because they're easy to time and I can get good crests than I would to try to time all of these at +9. Because I know that, like, in 2 weeks' time, I'll time a Necrotic Wake +9 after it gets, like, nerfed or something. Like, to me, there's no real point for, like, going super wide. Yeah, these are the talents that I'm rocking for the dungeon. Oh, nope, that's my raid build. I'm sorry. Whoa, okay. That was about to get a little weird, a little wacky and wild. But yeah, Shadow Spring, there you go. That is what we're rocking. I've been using your UI on my Mistweaver, and I love it, by the way. Thanks for making it available. Of course, of course. And for anyone else who's wondering, if you want my UI, just join my Discord. I have a whole channel dedicated to it. I mean, we're just going to keep queuing up for these until someone lets us in. The only reason why we're doing City of Threads and Dawnbreaker is because we have them done at +6. So, like, still I am trying to get these done at, like, higher levels, but I'm not really too pressed about, one, timing it and, you know, all these other things. I guess we can queue up for some 8s, too. It's not the end of the world. 8s are the threshold for our vault, but 9s are the threshold for both our vault and crests. So it's unfortunate that we're going to do an 8, but yeah, so it gets easier throughout the season. Yeah, as you unlock gear, open more and more vaults, and like start cookie monstering all the eye level, you know. Let's see. Spread Stream 0 said, "Hi, I'm new to the stream, and Mistweaver was my first healer spec that I'm learning. How do you manage Siege of Boralus, last boss dispel and healing? Any tips on it?" So it's a funny thing. The Siege of Boralus is the 10 that I did this week. It's the 10 that got me the vault slot, which y'all know is miserable. What we ended up doing, we had like 80 plus deaths in that dungeon. It was not okay. One of our guild mates that we were running it with did not know the mechanics, and he was just like chain dying. We were all chain dying, to be fair. So by the time we got to the final boss, we were like, hey, why don't we just like swap our enhanced shaman or our Ellie shaman to healer, so that we could just like both insta dispel, which obviously that's cheating, but because like we didn't care about timing it. But how I normally handle it is I personally think that just taking the 1 point out of whatever you have it in and putting it in Soothing Mist helps a lot on that fight. So what you can do is some people have it set up to where you can ping health bars. I don't have that set up yet, but like you could like ping the DK and it would like ping them, kind of like how you do like casted spells. I bet it has to do with like this. I'm sure it has to do with this. But you can set it up so that you can ping someone before you dispel them, so everyone knows to kind of like get away from them, and then you dispel them. That can help you do it quicker and safer. But what I do is I stand back before the debuffs come out so that I can see everyone, and then I hold on, and then as soon as those debuffs come out, I look to make sure one of the two people is not standing on someone, or hopefully they pre-spread or something, and I insta dispel that one person. And then if it's myself, I'll pop a defensive who's the other one, or I go diffuse magic to try to dispel myself if I'm the other person. And if not, if it's not me and I don't have control over my own health bar, I'll Soothing Mist channel into the other person, Enveloping Mist, and just Vivify spam until my dispel comes back up, and then dispel that person. But like it's kind of like you dispel the first person as quickly as possible, and then you just keep the other person alive. Pray they pop a defensive, they pop a lock cookie, like something to keep them alive. But yeah, you can also revival. However, you only get like one, maybe a second revival in that whole fight. So you have to be very careful about when you use it. So try to hold revival for the double dispel as much as you can. I also, you know what? I have a funny clip, and I meant to do this morning, but I just got too busy. Let me see if I can pull it up. A clip from that Siege of Boralus. It was very funny. It's like toward the end of the fight, though. I basically, so what, like I said, we were double healing it just to make it super cheesy and easy, but the other healer dispelled someone and it booped me off the map. So I had to use our new talent, that double roll, or that roll double jump, the double boost, in order to survive, and I had to do it like twice to zigzag mid-air. So while we load in and find our way to this dungeon, hopefully I can find that clip. And then I promise I see y'all popping off in chat. I promise I'll get to it. Uh-oh. Okay, we might not be able to find it. Dang, I don't know. I'll just have to look for off stream. I'll maybe make it into a short. But I basically got booped over the water, over the Kraken, had to roll double jump midair, and I still wasn't there enough and had to roll double jump again to get there. Yo, you're live. I am. I go live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So the non-T weekdays, I go live around this time, usually a bit earlier. Today it was a bit later of a start. No real reason, just a just a bit later of a start. Also, let's check our keybinds. Yeah, we're in our WoW keybinds. Let's go.
5, 4.
How many part? Shadow Screen?
1.
I'm not sure what you mean, how many part.
And now you learn the true lesson of the void.
If they aren't near people, then can look at them in the world, not find them in the UI. So, yeah, I mean, I have a mouse over macro for my dispel, but one thing that a lot of people are doing nowadays is they're making your ping mouse over somehow. I think you can do it within... Oh boy. Oh boy, he butt pulled. Don't like that. We're gonna Chi-Ji get rid of that binding, also help us crank through this massive pool. But you can see it in the Race the World first. They're all the guilds that are in all the guilds that are rocking with 2 evokers. I think one of the evokers on Liquid, I want to say, or maybe it's Echo. It's one of the evokers in the Race World first. They have it set up to where when they want to Verdant Embrace someone, since Verdant Embrace dashes you to that person and can put you in like a bad spot, what they do is they'll ping that person before they need to Verdant Embrace them to see if they're safe, to help them locate that person quicker. And then they'll Verdant Embrace to dash to them, which I think is very clever. How goes the Mythic Plus grind? For this week, we're rocking it. We're killing it. A lot of progress that I was hoping to get this week. So very good. We're getting a plus 10 in the vault. It was not a pretty plus 10, but it was a it was basically a no levers plus 10. Oh gosh, I wish that we would have killed that guy before he spit on us. Because that Hawk Tua hurts, man. But no, this week's been good overall. But as if you're asking about just today, we are just starting. This is our first key. Well, first key since going live. I actually planned on... I know that not everyone wants to watch me play my alts, so I try to do as much alt stuff off camera as I can. And that kind of includes doing like a Mythic 0 run on some of my lesser geared people. So what I was doing before I went live is I was doing a +0 on my my Presvoker. And I was like, okay, this will probably take like maybe 20 minutes, and then I'll go live at around 1. Nope. It took like an hour and a half, and I wasn't going to leave and you know, leave these guys stranded. I kind of like had to explain everything to them. There was also a language barrier, so there was 100% Google Translate involved, so I don't know. It was kind of a rough time, but it was actually a pretty good time. And yeah, that's kind of why I went live late. Whew. This guy definitely hurts. Oh no, till the death. Can't be dying to that. What are you doing? Alright. Hell yeah, it doesn't have to be pretty. Not at all. This week, it's funny because I did a +10 the other day, and like this guy was like BMing. We were dying, and he was getting so upset. And like it was a necrotic wake, and very clearly, people did not know the mechanics of the dragon boss. So we were just destined to fail. We are gonna pop a defensive. We're kind of getting wrecked by mechanics here. Oh god, another one. Like it was very clear we were not gonna time the dungeon, like very, very clear. And so we just kept dying to getting one shot and stuff. And this guy was getting so upset. And we were like, dude, like, calm down. It's okay. No, that was me. My thick thighs. No. It's okay, actually. We're totally fine. But, yeah, and everyone in the group's like, dude, it's a 10. Like, I don't know if you haven't seen yet, but these are very hard this week. Especially Necrotic Wake, like, before the nerfs, like, Necrotic Wake was... Oh, man. It was brutal. Okay, so this tank is pinging us where to go, meaning that he has a plan, which means that he knows the mechanics. So that's like step one. Also, we've got to click our toy, because we can't kill bosses if we don't click our toy. It's a fact. Woo. First subjugate. Trashed our tank. I think I'm out of this person's. Yeah, we're good. Okay, subjugate was fine. Okay, our tank is pinging us which way he's going to move the boss, which I love. He's moving immediately, which I love. Oh my god, I did I think the 6th, the one that we ended up timing of this dungeon, our tank sat in that puddle and like literally thought about all of his life choices before moving the boss. And that was brutal. I think we revival. Oh, we just got yeeted by both the crossfire. It's okay, we bounce back. We got Chi-Chi for the next one. We're chilling. We also have defensive, and we have our shield trinket. Go ahead and shield the tank. He is getting clobbered by those. Dispel the priest. We popped our own defensive. Be careful about the frontal. Taking small movements so that we try not to hit anyone. We might be able to get away without a cooldown, because we are still cheesing with Peer in the Peace. We might just cool down this subjugate. We have Shayloons, we have Shield Trinket. Let's just Shield Trinket the tank. Uh-oh, uh-oh. People? We good? We good. We're good. Okay, with Chi-Chi now. Unleash the flurry of blackout kicks. That was a weird angle for us to go, but I mean, I get it. Tank is fine. We're about to get debuffs. I'm going to run all the way to the other side just in case. We are aimed right at that guy, so I'm going to just... I promise I'll catch up on chats right after this move. Run, run. I love when tanks are very communicative and pugs. It makes it, like, that was a breeze. Gotta love a butt pull for the first pull of the dungeon. Yeah, for sure. Great way to start. It set us up to butt pull as well. So, love that. I tried Brewmaster today. My goodness, they squishy. I think, from what I've seen, is like they can be very squishy if you don't play them perfectly. So I think it's like a... it sounds like I'm saying like, oh, it's a skill diff or, you know, like a skill issue. No, I think it's one of those classes where it's like you have to be like extremely optimal. And if you're not extremely like on top of optimizing every little global, then like you can feel very tanky or very squishy. But I think it's like in that state. I also don't know. I haven't really tested, so I don't know if like, yeah, maybe they are like just very squishy right now, but I don't know. But I think like all the monk specs are kind of like that, where it's like, man, we are so min-maxy right now. Like every spec of ours. We have so many like small little things that we can be doing to optimize. Okay, I was like, oh, please kill it before it void rushes. It's probably a skill issue. I kind of knew what I was doing, but my warrior, who is a good 20 eye levels lower, felt much better. Yeah, I mean, that could also just be like what spec you're playing, because I've heard warrior is like fantastic right now. Also, like we have our guildy tanks are a blood death knight and a prot warrior, and I've definitely seen our prot warrior have like an easier time. And our blood death knight is like one of the best tanks I've ever seen, like in the entire game. So it's like I definitely think it is like it could just be a warrior thing right now, you know, or like a tier list type of thing. Wait, what time? So it's about, I think it's like around 1 p.m. Central is when we normally go live. Is like a good like average of when we go live. This Chi-Ji, this Chi-Ji's pretty free to do. Because we're not going to pull again, like, within the next minute, basically. Or do, like, a meaningful pull. And also, it just, like, it eliminates the risk of those, like, void rushes and the dots and stuff. Because there is risk involved, even if it's, like, just this one mob. These things do tick quite a bit, and if someone gets clobbered by, like, the frontal, then it's, like, game over for him, you know? Gotta mount up quick. Dude, the pets always make me so nervous on this map, or on this dungeon. Like, they make me think that they're gonna, like, walk in the circle and stuff. And, like, pool. Prot Warrior feels so good right now, but Fury is so good right now in raids. They're taking Prot Warrior's place. Yeah, I know one of the Warriors, like, had to get, like, emergency nerfed because they were cranking. But you see right now, like, our Chi-Ji is already up. That's what I meant by that Chi-Ji was pretty free. Like, it's kind of free to press Chi-Ji each of these little mini boss guys. Even if it's not needed, it's like, if you're doing pulls this size, it's just free to do. Gonna have to spot heal this priest up a bit. Just touch that. Got some hots rolling while we run. But yeah, I think warriors in general feel really good right now. It's one of the classes that, like, the classes that I don't play. Like, one of the only ones that I've never even touched, but they seem to all kind of be in a pretty good spot. Maybe not all. Like, I don't know how Arms is doing, but I've seen, like, Fury and Prot looking pretty good. Before Chi-Jiing, or does that matter? It does matter. That, like, you are supposed to, but, like, on those pulls, like, I'm not, like, too pressed about it, about getting all of the Tiger Palm stacks, because I know that the Chi-Ji, like, we don't really need 100% of the Chi-Ji's value on those pulls, but, like, this one we might, because there is one more enemy. We're also down a guy, so, like, I am gonna stack him up, but, like, for those, like, if you know it's not a pool that's gonna require all of Chi-Ji's power to survive, it's not, like, the end of the world if you don't, but, like, ideally, yeah, you should get in the habit of doing that. Hey, we got a YouTube chat. Thorsten I'm gonna say Tonks. Thorsten Tonks said, "Hey there, longtime YouTube video watcher, newer to your YouTube streaming. How does Mistweaver feel? Honestly, it feels like incredible. I want to make a video, kind of talking about, like, here's my idea. I had this. It's like a shower thought idea. Most of my video concepts, like, come to me, like, while I'm, like, walking or about to go to sleep, or, like, you know, they're shower thoughts. But I had an idea for one where I was thinking, like, what if I just, like, talked about, like, the coolest thing, in my opinion, that each healer is doing right now? Because, like, there's the cool things that, like, Holy Priest is doing, where they're using their piety to kind of, like, act as a mini seedling and just, like, spam heals in themselves and, like, just blasting AoE heals from that. That's cool. Also, Prez Evokers are doing, like, the explosion healing. That's really cool. No, electric guitars, you are 100% okay to ask me questions. That is what this is kind of all about, so feel free. But let me finish what Thorsten was saying. But I was gonna make a video, and I was trying to decide what would I put for Mistweaver. Like, so many of the things that we're doing are so cool. So I finally, like, kind of came up with the idea, like, where for Mistweaver I would say, like, just the number of optimizations that you get in your hero talent tree right now. There's, like, so much min-maxing that you can do within that hero talent tree. So, like, I was just going to showcase, like, some of the ways that we're doing it, like, that we're min-maxing that. Ooh. Thought I was out of that. But, like, there are so many different little talents and stuff that, like, if you're playing the spec correctly, you can just get so much more value than, like, someone who's not, like, doing every little min-maxy thing. Like, just one quick example. Actually, let me survive this. This boss is kind of nuking right now. But to your question, do you use Ring of Peace a lot in Mythic Plus? Especially right now, like I definitely use it a ton for the affix. But no, I normally use it a lot for like casters to kind of like pin them against walls so they can't really finish their cast or start their cast that well. I was trying to get that blackout kick off before they dashed away. But yeah, Ring of Peace is very good. It's not like... There are a lot of casts that if you boop them, like if you Ring of Peace them, they will like attempt the cast again. Which is a little sad, but it's still, I mean, it's like an incredible method of CC. Yeah, it's very reliable for the new affix. You can like get it from out when they don't spawn right next to you kind of thing. Very good. Let's pop a defensive here. Let's also, as long as people survive, we have revival. This phase is so annoying, dude. Just stand still, let me hit you. This is like easily the most annoying boss this tier. It's not even like hard. Just like, dude, stand still. Yeah, Mistweaver's so much fun. Just to fully answer your question, it feels great. It feels like you have a lot of tools. You don't have like, obviously you don't have B-Res or Lust. You have like, whoa. Oh, the tank just got railed. We're gonna cocoon him since he's a DK. Cocoon him right once he respawns. Oh, tank, buddy. What's going on? Just spam to the tank. Also, like, I know a lot of people are like off of Soothing Mist right now, but dude, it has helped with just keeping a tank alive in moments like that, where it's like you kind of just need your tank to survive. Yeah, it just feels like it has so much in its kit right now. I'm very worried about our tank. I don't know what was going on there, why he just chain died. Oh, what? Was I in that? That's crazy. What was I saying? And are you streaming on Twitch as well now? Yes. We're streaming on both YouTube and Twitch, so y'all can probably see each other's chats on the screen. Oh, the tank said he had too many stacks. Okay, we aren't getting res. Oh, the priest is walking back. Priest, my friend. Oh, okay, he's coming to res us. Hey, I love your YouTube videos. I'm new to Mistweaver Monk. Can you explain? I think you're saying Chi-Ji. Can you explain Chi-Ji to me? Yes. So Chi-Ji is we take a talent. You can take a talent to make it a 1 minute cooldown, but otherwise it's a standard 3 minute cooldown. And you summon this red crane to kind of like fight alongside you, and it enhances what you do. Is the release here? I don't think the release is here, is it? So he fights alongside you for a couple seconds. I think it's 12 with the 1 minute cooldown. I need to drink mana. But yeah, while Chi-Chi's out, it's going to be like pecking your target, doing a little bit of damage. That's not even like what's important about it. But every time you kick, you're going to gain a stack of Chi-Chi. So let me pop Chi-Chi right here. I popped Chi-Chi. We had 11 seconds with it out. Dang, the tank died. Oh, these guys melt tanks. But every time I kick, you see I'm getting a stack here. And since my kicks are cleaving onto 3 targets, I'm just insta getting three stacks every time I kick. But every time a kick of mine connects, he also released right after we established not to release. But every time you get a stack, it's going to reduce your next Enveloping Mist cast time by 1/3, and also the mana cost by 1/3. So Thor jumped over from YouTube. Ah, okay. Welcome in. Hey, I like Thor too. Also, your name matches Bearded Viking. That's good. So it'll reduce the cast time and the mana cost for your next Enveloping Mist. So if you can hit 3 kicks while Chi-Chi's out, then your next Enveloping Mist will be instant cast and free on mana. So the whole idea about Chi-Chi is while it's out, you want to do the quickest way to get 3 kicks in an instant and then an Enveloping Mist, and then 3 kicks, and then an Enveloping Mist. So it works really well with Jadefire Stomp, because if I have 3 targets, I can Blackout Kick. That's going to hit all 3 targets and get me instantly to 3 stacks. It also works very well with Awakened Jadefire, because if I'm on 1 target and I Tiger Palm and then Blackout Kick, that Blackout Kick will hit 3 times. So there are a couple different ways that we can like cheese it to just insta get to 3 stacks. Let's stun these guys. Kick that. Ooh, the tank. His health bar is pogoing. But yeah, so the idea is just that. Like, get 3 kicks somehow, some way, Enveloping Mist. 3 kicks, Enveloping Mist. And all the while, every time one of your kicks connects, you're going to kick up 2 stacks of your mastery, or 2 procs of your mastery, I should say. So you're also going to be doing a ton of like instant spot healing with each of those kicks. So it adds a ton of value to your rotation, while also giving you another incentive to press Enveloping Mist. Let's just single target stop those. We might want to Revival here. Yeah. But yeah, the reason why it's so powerful is because it kind of does it all. It applies a shield when it summons. Also, if you prep it, meaning that if I stack up my Tiger Palm, so 1, 2 Tiger Palms, and then I press Chi-Ji, that first Blackout Kick is going to hit so many times and kick up so many Mastery procs that it's just going to do like so much healing. Uh-oh. Maybe I shouldn't try to showcase it, but... you have a weak aura that tracks the stacks. Yeah, I got it. I didn't make this weak aura, so some of the weak auras that I use are made by other people, and I just use them. I mean, you know, just like how like y'all use weak auras too. I don't know who made this weak aura, but you can find it on Wago. If you go to wago.io, which is just the website people store all their weak auras on, and just look up like Chi-Ji stacks or something like that, it should pop up for you. Or I think I've posted it in my Discord if you just want an easier way to find it. But Thor, you had asked like a question. I was kind of going on about like how there's so many like small min-maxy things that you can do as Mistweaver. So, for example, if I Thunder Focus Tea or Rising Sun Kick, so I Thunder Focus Tea, then if I Rising Sun Kick, we can do like 1 global, so like a Tiger Palm, before we can Rising Sun Kick again. That's kind of how it's always been played, as you Rising Sun Kick, Tiger Palm, Rising Sun Kick. But what you can do now, thanks to your hero talent tree, is you can kind of abuse this talent, where if you Jadefire Stomp, your next Rising Sun Kick will do 30% more damage. So you can Thunder Focus Tea, Jadefire Stomp, Rising Sun Kick, Jadefire Stomp, Rising Sun Kick, like if you get the reset, which is really cool. And you basically get like 2.6 Rising Sun Kicks for the price of 1, basically, which is pretty cool. I don't know, I think that has added up a ton. Or just using that for just like fat Vivifies on top of your Vivacious procs, like, ooh, there's just so much optimizing that you can do. Such a good time. Okay, so this boss, I remember earlier this week, this boss was very tough to keep up with the heal absorbs. I'm pretty sure this is the one they nerfed, or did they nerf the final boss? Sounds more fun than my shaman. Also, one thing that I have to always stress when people kind of like ask me to just talk about Mistweaver or get me to compare other specs, is I am so passionate about Mistweaver Monk. Like, I love it. I love it. So if you hear me talking about Mistweaver Monk and then hear me talking about like Disc Priest, it's gonna be very clear which one I enjoy the most, you know? So take it with a grain of salt. I feel like maybe we shouldn't have Chi-Ji'd. Maybe we can just cheese it. Priest. Priest, help me help you. We don't have Expel Harm here, but we do have our new cooldown, which does spot heal us for quite a bit right once you use it. Okay, we were definitely unlucky there. I need to be playing this a lot smarter. I kind of wasted my cooldowns into mechanics that do not matter. So now we're just playing catch up, which is never where you want to be on this boss. Any boss with a heal absorb. We're going to Chi Harmony ourselves, expel harm, just get rid of that instantly. I think also like our paladin has a giga heal absorb on him. Ah, dude, I could not see that. Oh man, yeah, I am not used to this boss yet. I was sitting here staring at health bars, did not even see his circle. I think it was like in this circle. Oh, that's cringe on my part. That is cringe. Horrible by me. Hopefully they wipe so we get another go at it. I definitely need reps. I guess if the strat's going to be that our paladin collects so many, maybe we just cocoon him so he gets the boosted hots, and then we go from there. I mean, that was really bad on my part. Maybe my Sham just needs more gear. Ooh. Okay, we run it back. We learn from our mistakes. More gear, because during leveling in dungeons, it gets really stressful, and I'm not used to feeling like an unwinnable race. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of just like healing in general right now. It's very stressful. And I think with any healer spec that you're playing, to be good in this environment that we're currently in, you just need reps, because you just need to like be good about your maintenance healing, so that when you do start to encounter mechanics that do bigger damage, you're not behind already. You know, so for example, if a Resto Druid doesn't come into a boss with hots pre-applied, and the boss does a big slam right on pool, they're already behind. Like, everyone's at 60% health when they should be at 70% health thanks to the hots that they should have, you know. Yeah, normally what I was doing on beta is I was running around collecting, like, a lot of the orbs. And I was renewing missing myself to apply Chi Harmony, because I'm running Chi Harmony in this dungeon. And then I was expel harming, and that was getting rid of a lot of them, and then I could use Celestial Conduit for a good chunk of them as well. But I think once the heal absorbs come out, we need to lean a bit more on our Tear into Peace. I mean, we're running it to just cheese these mechanics. But also we need to be better about topping people up without using cooldowns here. So just applying these enveloping mists, not standing in the circle that one-shots us. While these guys have Chi Harmony on them, we are just going to be potting them up. I guess I should have Chi-Ji there. Okay, as long as someone's getting that. Uh-oh. Dude, I like, I have to be casting, and then it spawns under us. Oh, that's so bad. That is so bad. This is brutal. This is really brutal. Because like, if we don't, I mean, I guess that's a good Chi-Ji time, because like we need to be mobile and healing a ton. We can't like rely on Shayloons there, because I mean, it just gets us killed, you know. And these bosses, they take reps, you know. Are you running Totemic or Farseer? I've seen a lot of people swapping to Farseer electric guitars. I know Mad Skills was talking about how he liked Farseer on stream the other day. Maybe I was like, I only heard a little bit of the conversation, but I think he swapped to Farseer. And I think my guildie, that's like one of the top shamans in the world, he's on Farseer currently, and he really likes it. Seemed more autopilot for getting back into healing. I don't know if it's autopilot. You do have to kind of machine gun those healing surges before like big windows of damage to kind of like ramp up your little clones. I personally don't like totemic. I hate being mana starved. I have heard that a lot, but also I've heard that a lot of the top like shamans, what they're doing to kind of avoid mana issues is whenever you get your high tide procs, they're letting the totem chain heals like take them. You know what I mean? So you're kind of getting two birds with one stone. All right, we need our toy. We're wiping on what used to be a very easy boss. We're gonna defensive this. Let's go ahead and Chi-Ji.
Your ascension is complete.
I mean, damn, that's some damage, dude. That is like crazy damage. Spell harm before the hit. Just get over here where it's clean. Oh man, that is brutal. I mean, we can definitely play it slower. We need this guy topped up. That's my bad. And maybe we Shaylin? Maybe we shouldn't have Shaylinsed? I feel like we shouldn't have Shaylinsed there. Oh god. We're in a Chi-Ji and I have to like run around. Yeah, the room is just getting very claustrophobic here. Let's send it. Do we cocoon the tank here? And Chi Harmonium and just spam into him. Definitely get out of that. Shield the tank if we can. We have Shayloons. Let's keep these renewing mist applied. It's just Shayloons. It's not a pretty kill, but hopefully it still gets to a kill. Okay, the paladin had a giga heal absorb on him there. Dude, this is a massacre. This boss is crazy right now. Is this not what they tuned? Or are they tuning it tomorrow? I know they're tuning one of the bosses this dungeon. But my guildies were talking like this dungeon was like free now. Alright, let's put on our spot heal shoes. Got 10%. Can we do it? Come on, squad. We got this. Honestly, if we need to, we can like kite around the room. Just kite from orbs. I don't think you can do that for an extended period of time, though. Look, it doesn't have to be a pretty kill. The boss just has to die. What did you drop to get Soothing Mist? Let's take a look. I didn't drop anything, I don't think. I think what I ended up getting rid of was like something like Jade Walk. There's just so many like niche, like this one, Crashing Momentum has a lot of good use like at the top end, especially in coordinated groups. Like you can like help your tank kite by snaring things, and like, you know, there's a lot of things that have a lot of niche use, and Soothing Mist is one of those things. It just has a niche use. But I think we're, especially this week, especially early this week, you would run into a pool and your tank would like almost insta die. And I was just trying to Enveloping Mist them and like Rising Sun Kick to extend it and then like Vivify them, and they were not staying alive. So I was like, I mean, I need to be able to crank into them faster. What's one way that we can do that? And I was just like, I mean, like maybe we just go Soothing Mist this week, you know? And I honestly, I have not regretted it. Oh. Let's blast. Dude, this dungeon's the second half of this dungeon is like as hard as the whole. Well, I guess the second. What am I trying to say? The last like 10th of this dungeon is like as hard as the whole first half. There we go. That kind of is what I was trying to say. I mean, like, ugh. This dungeon does get brutal toward the end. Alright, he spat on us. Blech. Oh man, so one thing that I have to do this week, y'all, is for those who have been watching the stream know just how much I have been playing this week. Like not just on this character, but it's been like constant playing this whole week. Are we just wiping, or I think we wipe here, right? We're down 2 people. Yeah, let's just wipe. But we have been playing constantly, and y'all know I'm trying to do the All Healers to 3K series again, and that means that I have to take all of this footage this week, try to summarize it into a short video, or a shorter video. So that is gonna be like my day all day tomorrow, just editing constantly. Ugh. Chopping down like probably like 50 hours of gameplay into a 20-minute video. Oh, it's exciting. It's so exciting. There's gonna be a lot of summarizing for sure. Whew. As far as what we dropped, I don't think we really dropped anything. I did drop Bounding Agility. I know I dropped that. But other than that, it's just like I said, it's like a lot of things that I don't know, I guess aren't too necessary. Major Lupa 1, what's up, dude? How you doing? Good to see you in chat. Ooh, all right, this final boss. I remember this final boss was the hard one on the beta, and it was also hard in the 6 that we did. So if we struggled on that last boss, this one's gonna be tough, dude. It's gonna be so hard. Let's go, lock and loaded. Oh boy. We need to dodge. We need to dodge, people. What's the play? Are we wiping? Or am I life cocooning? Yeah, we're wiping. Ah, we got dodgeball. We got dodge the balls. Come on, people. Killing me here. We didn't lust, so I don't need to do that. Have we been drumsing these bosses? Drumsing? That's a word, right? Oh, Thor, I'm sorry. I just now saw this message. If I had to choose between Shami and Monk now, for fun as well, most I would push is like 20 eventually. If I had to choose between Monk and Shaman, I'd obviously choose Monk. But I think you can have a strong argument for Shaman. It's very enjoyable right now. Also it's seen some Race World First action. It's likely to see some like M+ action when that whole thing starts. Shout out Big Poo Guy. Glad he's getting his fiber. Big Poo Guy. Oh, the tank. I was like, is that someone in my group? Hey, look, good for him. Good for him. Having good gut health is always important. We just need to dodge, and we're fine. I'm pressing my buttons, they're not registering. We're cocooning the priest there because I don't think they know to to live through that. I don't think they know that's something they. Okay, come on, priest, you're killing me here. Killing me, Smalls. What are we doing? Okay, lay on hands was fat. We take that. This is so awkward. I can't even get into Chi-Gi when I do pop. When I'm supposed to pop Chi-Gi, it's like a brutal melee phase. We're just playing slow and steady here. Live, tank.
What can I make? I'll break you beneath me.
Definitely be drinking some mana tea. We're kind of going through it. Marcus, this boss needs super useful CD usage. Yeah, and I need to like chill in the chat reading. My bad. Yeah, this boss is or Brutal. We should definitely be Chi-Jiing here. Let's Shayloons. We can Chi-Ji once we get rooted. We can unroot someone else with our Tiger's Lust. Oh boy, my little brain can't handle all this movement. It's also so. Oh god. I was gonna say it's very unfortunate how right once we Jadefire Stomp, the orbs kind of like crowd it, which I guess is just the design of the fight, and I guess I need to play better around that. But oh, we did kind of get trolled there. Did kind of get trolled. All right, Blood Death Knight, let's see it. What you got? We got Big Poo Guy. Y'all just did 5%. Look, he just did his big frost dragon. I don't know what that's called. Cindergosa? No, that's the breath, right? Alright, pop a defensive. Y'all got this easy. Who needs a healer? Who needs 3 DPS? We only need 1. 11%. Let's see it. Alright, come on, tank. Live like you've never lived before. Pop your little hands thing. Your little, like, parry thing. I don't even know what it's called. Your sword. Alright, come on. Clears. Get them. Ah, dude, DKs are broken. This is so stupid. Okay. Alright, Blood Death Knight. All you, buddy. Big poo guy. Come on, big poo guy. Ah. Dang. Tragedy. Oh man, that was going so clean until it wasn't. Ugh, we're fine. Glad he's getting his fiber. We need each CD for skill. This boss is way too high too in TBH. Yeah, for sure. It definitely is. I think this is like on the list of dungeons that I do expect to get some form of tuning coming into next week. If not next week, like it'll be within the following weeks. But I mean, they usually do this. Like if y'all remember back in Shadowlands, what was it? Sanguine Depths was like the big dungeon that like people were just like dodging week 1. And then they came in and they like nerfed like almost every mechanic in the dungeon. I definitely feel like this one doesn't need it. This dungeon doesn't need like that much of a nerfing, but definitely some of these mechanics do. I think they nerfed the ball supplies from 9-second to 6-second duration. Looking forward to that. Okay, yeah, I knew that some of the dungeons in this, or some of the bosses in this dungeon in particular, got nerfs. I did not know which ones it was. Let's go ahead and shield the tank. But you gotta be like super on top of your cooldowns here. Let's try using this one first. I think that'll set us up nicer. But the thing is, this priest is just getting like rolled every time that we get the orbs to move out. She like gets hit by one or something. But she is not having a good time. Now we can Chi-Ji these. I mean, like, dude, the priest is getting railed. Our tank is like getting tilted too. I'm blocking the chat, but he is getting heated. He's getting very heated. I wonder how many times we're gonna jam our head against this. I mean, like, what could this priest do better to stay alive easier? Because he's getting, like, I'm having to use like so much on him. Definitely feels like a bit too much. Keep patching up as if we have a lust. We don't have a lust. I don't think anyone here has drums. Because he's definitely yelling at our party. Like, I can't believe you didn't take a lust. Blah, blah, blah. Definitely got one of those. Big poo guy. Alright, come on, priest. Don't let us down. He's saying, Okay, our tank is saying after the circle thing, don't get near me. He's gonna do a slam. It's gonna one shot you. But did y'all not see him like run straight into me? Like, I I don't know. I feel like he absolutely just like ran straight into me. All right, priest, stay with us. Okay, we're chilling. Just get some hots out. Playing it super slow. I mean, like, he absolutely just, like, ran straight into us and is saying, like, don't stand on me. We are getting away from him. I'm honestly just spot healing everyone. All right, tank, it's on you, buddy. Just roll away. I mean, yeah, but I had gotten to a safe spot and then he like literally just yeeted straight into me. Okay, we might lose the priest here. I just don't have enough externals for the priest. I mean, we're rezzing her. We're just spamming here. All right, top up the priest first. We know this. We are out of his range. And we're like, where is he going? He's on a mission. Alright, priest, you're full. Okay. We're livers. I got cocoon for the priest if he needs it. Uh-oh. Yeah, the fact that the dot used to overlap with that, or I guess they haven't changed it yet, but I don't know, man. Dude, this boss feels like, what am I to do? A little Chi-Ji that could. Okay. Come on, priest! Live! Not even scared. Not even scared. I mean, like, I'm gonna go back and watch it. Dude, I'm telling you, the DK ran that straight into us 2 pulls in a row. The one that we... Oh, I got nothing for you, buddy. The one that we almost killed, and then that last one where he started, like, yelling at us after the fact. Looks like the priest dispersion is up. Yeah. There were definitely multiple times he was dying with that up. Which, that's a great cooldown for that, because it can top him up and then give him the defensive too, which is like, I don't know, pretty troll. Get me out of this place. What's up, Decolitis? You came in at a great time. Got the old 0 IO. Hey, yo, a trinket with avoidance, though. Hold up. Restoring the target. Okay, hold up. I gotta read this one slowly. Your excessive healing attracts nearby shadow energy to your party. Storing... Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. This guy's trying to blame me for everything. Buddy. Don't run the tank slam. Oh, he leaves after that. He's literally... Do y'all want to know the reason why he's blaming... or why he thinks we failed this dungeon? Let me show you. Let me show you. Don't do Mythic 8 with blue belts. 580 in Mythic 8 is crazy. What? Oh, he's blaming the priest too. He's blaming the reason why that was so hard, y'all, is because I have one piece of gear that is 580 item level. What? What? Oh my god, dude. Reality check. Big poo guy. Okay, give me a break. Alright. What were we doing? Oh, I was reading the trinket. Okay. Good. We can replace these dog water trinkets. So, your excessive healing attracts nearby shadow energy to your party, storing up to 63,000 healing and restoring the target's health when they receive damage. Channel the coagulum's power to concentrating all current shadow energy to shield your target. Hey, that's actually just a better version of this trinket. With avoidance, too. Okay, we use those. Like I said, don't do an 8 with a 580 belt. As if that, like, having the one belt is gonna do anything. We're saying LOL crash out. Alright. What's next? We need a Dawnbreaker. Dawnbreaker. Okay. Ideally, once again, ideally we get a 9. Dawnbreaker 9. Otherwise, an 8 will do. Dawnbreaker 8. Because we need this for the vault. Group doesn't have a lust or a B res, so they probably won't take us anyways. Dawnbreaker 8. We're going to search 9. Ah, I just broke my filter. So annoying how the red X kind of covers some of that. Okay, this is a much better group. Ow. Dude, you can't do a 9 with the blue belt. You know what? You right. You right. I mean, we have timed, like, plenty of these dungeons with it. Like, it's not, that has nothing to do with what happened there. I want to go back. I want to watch this. This guy was literally running that straight into me. Like, actual into me. Alright, I'm rewatching. I'm going to find the clip of it. But I promise you, this mechanic that he was yelling at us about doing and about not stacking with him, he was moving around, hitting each of us once with it. Like, oh god, I'm watching the priests just die with their defensive up. Alright, show me the money. I'm gonna play at 2 times speed while we form this group. Oh yeah. Alright, here's one. Here's one. He didn't kill me with it, but he gets the big ring. Well, I must have gone back too far. Gets a big ring. He runs out away from people, and then he just like runs around. Comes around. He almost clipped me with that. You can skip ahead a bit. Yeah, I'm trying to get away from him, but yeah, that one was kind of, I could have rolled here. I think this was the first one where I died to it, and I could have rolled out of that one. That one was my bad, but that's not when he was flaming us. Dang, dude, how long were we on this boss? Look at that! I mean, I just cut right to it, but he runs straight into us. I run all the way out, and he runs into me. Okay, I'm done. I'm not letting that take up any more of my brain space. I have very little as is. Like, oh goodness. All right, where are we going? We said Dawnbreaker. Let's get there. I personally, I'm not like a huge fan of Dawnbreaker, but I'm such a fan of the zone of Hollowfall or Hallowfall, however you say it, to where I do actually kind of enjoy Dawnbreaker. But the thing is, I've only done Dawnbreaker once, and it was my very first dungeon this whole tier. So I don't know, I might like, I feel like I'm gonna mess up a mechanic, like one of those small ones. That's okay. I have a blue belt, so I shouldn't even be in this key anyways. That's not where we go. What am I doing? It's such a pretty zone. Yeah, I mean, I could like fly around there all day. You know, there's always like Reddit posts like, if you were to log out forever, where would you, like, what zone would you log back out or log out in case you ever log back in and you get to see that zone like as your first thing. A lot of people like when they asked that, like my original answer was like Castle Nathria. I would log out right in front of Castle Nathria so that when I log back in, I'm like, ah, there's Castle Nathria. Because I love that place. But I think now my answer is definitely Hallowfall. I think Hallowfall is definitely my favorite. Ashkahat is super beautiful too. You know what, Decolitis? I agree. I think Ashkahet has that like that same like beautiful color scheme that like what was it called? Not Amir Drasil. Ardenweald had with the big beautiful tree with like all those blues and purples around it. I mean, it's like such a pretty color scheme, and I think Ashkahet has that with like purple mixed in, which looks really nice. Where are we going? We're going this way. Hola, soy chef said, how much tier piece do you have? I'm currently sitting at 2 piece. So my guild, oh, I think I'm going the wrong way, right? I am. I should have gone through the tunnel. What am I doing? But my guild has this rule that I love. I think it's very fair and like a good way for all of us in the guild to get our tier set. We have it to where from raid, so like we all raid together, and from raid, each person can only get 2 tier pieces until everyone in that tier slot or that tier group, look at that, I mean, that's beautiful, but until everyone in that group has 2 piece. So for example, I share like a tier piece with, I think like what is it, Evoker? I know Evoker, but like say that it's just like me and the Evokers are fighting over tier pieces. Like we would roll until I get 2 piece and the Evoker gets 2 piece, and then from then on we would just both sit there and let the other Evoker get 2 piece, like the next 2 pieces from raid. However, I have been unfortunate to where I have not gotten a single piece from raid. So like if we raid tomorrow night, like next Tuesday, I guess this Tuesday, and 2 tier pieces drop that are in my class, then I would be able to roll on both of those. But I think one of our Evokers has gotten 2, like he's won 2 die rolls on tier pieces, so he can't roll anymore until like I and the other people in our group get 2 piece. So it's very fair. But what I've done is I got a chest piece from the vault week 1 in one of my delve slots of all things. And then I catalyzed, what did I catalyze? Maybe not my blue belt, but what did I catalyze? My helmet. So yeah, I catalyzed one, got one from the vault, but I only did it because it's a heroic piece, and the original helmet that I used was crit verse, and this is crit verse as well. So it's a very minor difference. It just gives me 2-piece. With 2-piece, I can heal Mythic +6 on top. I'm Mist Monk.
1.
I would think so. I mean, I'm sitting here. I am. Look, we did just struggle in that 8, but I've had like some +8s where they are just so easy breezy. And yeah, you can definitely do it with just 2-piece. Our 4 set doesn't give us actually a whole lot in a Mythic Plus environment. Actually, we definitely know that we need to. Well, I missed my Jade Fire Stomp, so let's... No reset. That is wild. We definitely want to Chi-Ji here. Yeah, you can definitely do it without all that. Yeah, our 2 sets, like, it's a pretty good upgrade in Mythic Plus, but our 4 set, like, admittedly, is on the weaker end of tier pieces when it comes to Mythic Plus in specific. Where did our Jade Fire Stomp go, man? Scam. Getting ready to Life Cocoon. We ended up not needing it, but that's kind of unfortunate because part of the reason why I pressed that button there instead of another button was because it shaves time off of our Life Cocoon. Yikes. We're just gonna Cocoon the tank. I feel like there's no point in not. I also have no idea where my Jade Fire Stomp is. I think I was on it because our weak aura was telling us we were. Alright, we're chilling. The Dawnbreaker. This dungeon is so buggy. Who's ready? What do y'all think the first bug is going to be? I'm just following the tank. Alright, let's see it. Did we fall through the boat? No, but we did snap to the boat, which I guess is better than falling to it. Did the tank go the other way? Did the tank die? I did some heroic raiding yesterday, and oh boy. Boy, oh boy, am I bad. Oh, that's a kind way to put it. Don't be so hard on yourself. Raiding takes practice, especially if you're like sitting here spamming Mythic Plus dungeons all day, and you go into a raid without like practicing on dummies first. It can be like a wake-up call, you know? It definitely is an actual different world. I can do Mythic Plus just fine, but in Raid, Mistweaver is like an entirely different class. Yeah. Oh, I mean, it's just that Raid is just such a different environment. But yeah, I definitely don't think... You're definitely not alone. I have to study your Raid guide carefully. Yeah. Jadefire is going to end up on the other side of the ship. Yeah. I really hope they... Uh-oh. Let's bonk against the top so we just slowly fall down. I hope they do something with... How about offensive? Oh, yeah. Dude, diffuse magic feels good versus that. But I hope they do something to fix the Jade Fire Stomp. I'm sorry, I'm getting so sidetracked in this dungeon, dude. It's just such a pretty zone. That's melee. Oh, that's melee healing for you. I personally don't enjoy healing as Mistweaver. Love Mythic Plus though. Yeah, it's definitely like the whole shift in dynamic, or just like, I don't know, the whole concept of healing as a Mistweaver in Raid has really just like split the community over the past few years. Like, a lot of people have come to me and be like, I hate this. And some people are like, I love this. Oh. 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 I don't think our tank knows it's also a tank buster. Shayloons. Ah, dude, you gotta get out of that. What are we doing? What are we doing? I did just waste Revival there. Revival's really nice to have on this fight, too. Okay, we need to have good hot coverage here. Luckily, it went on us. Alright, tank. Tank, you gotta use a defensive for that. That is a tank buster. We definitely wipe here. Yeah, we definitely wipe. Tank the laser beams always hit tank, by the way. So watch out for that. Trying to be polite, but also like remind him, hey, it doesn't look like you're gonna get hit by that, but it's coded to always hit the tank. Wipe, people, wipe. Perhaps, yeah, sticking to priests and raids would probably be better for me. But I just want to play one character. Yeah, the thought of maining one thing in Mythic Plus and maining something else in raid is like, ugh, disgusting. Yeah, if y'all don't know, the laser beams, the little 3 beams that this ball shoots out, it always hits the tank, even if they're not standing in it. It's a tank buster on top of something else that everyone else needs to avoid. Yeah, this tank, I don't think he knew he would get hit by it. I thought he was like, okay, I'm safe, like I'm not gonna get hit by this. And then it just like trucks him. How it feels to play Mistweaver without HPS. Yeah, true. I read on Reddit that if you use regular flying in the first boss, it's way easier. Yeah, I've seen a lot of people use, what's it called? Is it called like still flight? Or so like right here, the tank, yeah, the tank always gets trucked because although he's not in it, it's the tank mechanic. So I don't think a lot of tanks really know that yet in the season. Run Shayloons. Oh, we have plenty of space here. Like, we get off the beam, but yeah, the tank, he's not using cooldowns there. He needs to like have survival instinct that, or incarn. He had both of them up. His like iron bark or bark skin, whatever it's called, was down there, so he couldn't have done anything there on that front. We're fine, we have plenty of space. And this boss is easy, the tank just has to know how to survive. It's like there he did use survival instinct, y'all saw he went to half health, but before he was going to 10%. Ooh, come on, rogue. I don't have any hots on you, but pretend I do. If you RP that I have hots ticking on you, you'll survive. You just have to like, I hope that guy's saying like into his microphone like, hey, thanks monk for having hot sticking on me. That was really kind of you. Whoa. Oh boy. But this boss is so easy. Gotta use the defense there. He has incarn. Yeah, we definitely wipe here. Steady flying is what it's called. Thank you. Yeah, a lot of people have been recommending I just swap to steady flying for this boss. I think I'm like used to it without it, but I need to like, I do need to just go ahead and keybind it. Yeah, he is definitely He's definitely dying with ways to survive up.
And the Harbinger shall claim Hallowfall.
Yeah. I'm trying to be like, you always, when you're trying to like help people with mechanics, you have to be like very polite. Like, I don't want to sound like a jerk or a douche or whatever, but also, I know this tank is probably like, why am I dying? It's like right here, yeah, see, he did use a defensive, and it still did 60% of his health. I have HOTS out for the debuff. I think it was on us. Yeah, see, there he had survival instincts ready. See, now he's learning, but he still hasn't used Incarn. I feel like I would have led with Incarn, right? I don't know anything about tanks right now, but what I did know about tanks is like that was like your Gigapump phase. I am going to cocoon him here. Okay, he did have bark skin, but I also just cocooned him to be safe. Definitely need to move away from the puddles. Did our warrior DC? Why was our warrior just sitting in that? What's happening, y'all? This is what Monday pugs are like. If any of you guys out there pug your keys, you know exactly what I'm talking about. This is the reality. If you wait till Monday to pug keys, this is the actual reality. For sure. A big hello from France. Thank you for your video for the Healed Monk in Raid. Very good video. Now I have to learn to play at Mythic Plus. Oh boy. I mean, I do have a video for it as well, but thank you from France. I appreciate that. A lot of my viewers speak French, actually, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool. Sometimes people who are native French speakers will type in French. I'll try my best to translate on the fly, but it seems like you're very good. You're very comfortable with English, so nice, nice. Guardian Druid. Hold on, I see a funny chat. Give me a second. We gotta revive this. Did I just one stack Shayloons? That felt like a tickle. Oh, I just walked right into that. I'm such an idiot. But the tank would have died either way, so it's not looking like it looks like we're about to wipe on probably the easiest boss in this whole tier. Incarn has cooldown reduction, so I definitely ripped that first. I have not seen him use it once. Like, I have not seen him use it a single time. Well, how many someone left. How many of y'all have wiped on this boss this tier? I feel like that's the first time we've wiped, for sure. I feel like I've never done that much tank healing. He should use his tools, yeah. Yeah, I mean, he's just like sitting on him, waiting for WoW 2 to pop him. I don't think that's gonna come anytime soon. All right, let's just find another one. We just gotta. Yeah, the warrior was sitting in the puddle. Like, he actually sat in the puddle. Didn't even try to move out. There were pools where he did try to move out of it, but that last pool, like, I just watched him stand still in it. But AJ, welcome in. How's your workout going? I know you said you always watch me when you work out, so which is kind of a weird way to put that, but you know what I mean. I think I'm like good background noise, I guess. I don't know. Ooh, gosh, Wisty. Sorry, Wisty. It gave you this like very dark blue that just blends in with the background. Hey, Elbanage7, with your weak auras under your frames, how do you heal in Raid? Where do you put your Raid frames? My Raid frames I've always... So when I first started playing the game, I just used enhanced Raid frames, so they were like literally right here, which was horrible. Horrible. I'm glad I'm so glad I fixed that before I started making videos because someone would have roasted me about that. But then after that, I used grid 2 and I put them about right here. I think it's pretty 50-50. A lot of people have their raid frames here, and then like they have like a very thin weak core. I'm debating if I want to do that where I swap my where my nameplates are to here in raid and then have a completely separate weak aura package for my raid build. But honestly, I'm just so used to having frames right here that I'm not really phased by it at all. So but yeah, my plates are here. I have a VOD of me raiding. I can just pull up and show you really quick. Let me queue up for some of these easy peasy dungeons. Well, supposedly easy peasy. Actually, let's go for 9s. We're wearing our big boy belt, the big 580. A 9 Dawnbreaker. They already have a healer though. Where they at though? When I search in my LFG by key level, like 4 to 4, yeah, what we were doing earlier is we just had 9 in here. It only shows me Mists, Siege, and Wake, even with all of my add-ons disabled. One of my guildies was telling me that theirs was bugged too. The LFG was bugged as well. I don't know, Andarin, but it could also be that no one's posting other keys at that key level, you know, but I doubt it. I doubt that's the case. Our IO right now is still 2100. We just got our 10. We've basically been vault grinding. Like we got our 10. We did almost enough 8s to get full 8s in the other 2 slots, and then we did our heroic bosses this week. But yeah, also like Juan's saying, it could be the filter. So it could be like, make sure you're not filtering out certain dungeons. Like me, I have it filtered to only show me Dawnbreaker. My voice just cracked there. I've been looking for 9s as well, and it's pretty dry. Yeah, the 9s are slow to find, but we're gonna wait it out because I don't really. I mean, obviously we would like to time a 9, but like honestly, I just need one more for the vault, and any amount of crests is a win. Let me pull up my raid video so I can show you what my frames look like. Was this our Queen Prog? Yeah, this is our Queen Prog. I'm just gonna skip to like a random spot in it. Hopefully I was doing good on the meters. But yeah, this is what my raid setup looks like. I still have the weak auras here, and I'm so used to having my frames here on the screen. So this is about where my mouse hangs out the most.
How many stacks should we get to?
And yeah, so that's what my UI looks like. Not doing too high on meters on this pool. Dang, I wish I was on one of my fat pools. Hold on. Whoop, whoop. There it is. Okay, no, but that's where my raid frames hang out for raid. But yeah, I've thought about swapping them to here and then like literally having all of this weak aura package just set to only load in Mythic Plus, and then setting like creating a whole new one just with all my raid buttons, setting it to load while I'm in a raid instance basically. There he is. Good afternoon. What's up? It's 1HP. How you doing? Very good afternoon to you. I find it strange that your Mythic Plus centered and raid to the left. Yeah, no, I definitely don't think it's normal, but I mean, it's not that it's not normal. Like you will see some people with that, you know. But it admittedly it is kind of weird, but it's just what I'm used to. Like I was always used to. The reason why is because when I first started playing, I used Grid 2. I had no idea how to set it up, so I just had like the base Grid 2 ugly looking profile in the middle of my screen for dungeons, and then I would go into raid and just use enhanced raid frames, which is like literally stuck here to the left side of your screen. So I was just so used to like healing over here. I don't know. But having my eyes shift from like around right here to around right here, my eyes stay central basically at all times, which is good for dodging swirlies. And also having like all of this space empty in a raid is very nice so that I see when a swirly's on myself. I also keep I try to keep top down as much as possible in raid, but that's kind of what I'm trying to work on, is just staying top down in most fights currently. Okay, so we found a 9. It's a 9 Dawnbreaker. Who knows how this is going to go? It literally can't go worse than the last run. Wiping on I mean, like literally the easiest boss and one of the easiest dungeons this tier. I would argue this is the easiest boss. Right? I mean, like, what else is harder than this boss? I don't know. Andrin, I've triple checked that, unfortunately. If I search my specific dungeon, the keys appear. But if I search by key level, they don't. I think it's just broken. I do think so, too. I've heard that there's some, like, weirdness with it going on this week, so... Definitely. DVM literally screams at you, defensive at that point, lol. Like when there's a swirly under you. See, I don't have DBM active. Currently I'm on Bigwigs just because that's what my guild is using. But I did start with DBM, and it was very like hands-on, like telling you what to do. And I liked that when I was first starting, but then I realized that I was leaning on it too much to like tell me what to do, and I kind of wanted to, ever since I've stepped away from DBM, I can tell I've become a better player, you know. Yeah, could you write in the chat the name of the add-ons? Yes, I got you. There you go. That is Cell. You can see it here, the options. This is what the options page looks like. Oh, I want to learn how to ping. How do you ping? Custom. No. I'm sure it's like general. I don't know. I don't know, but people have it set to where they can ping through Cell. I got you, Douglas. I know sometimes like you can hear the word Cell and there's like, is it SELL? Is it SAIL? Is it, you know? So I got you. I know what it's like to hear that and need it to be typed out. How do you feel about Mistweaver in terms of community perception? The thing about that is there's so few people that play Mistweaver at the top end consistently, like season to season, that other people that make big decisions, so like say like Limit Max, for example, just a random person that's like needs to make big decisions about like his raid healing comp and stuff, he doesn't really know much about Mistweaver, so he kind of relies on these like experts of Mistweaver to tell him how they're doing. So it is kind of like it suffers. What I'm trying to say is it suffers a lot because of how few people consistently play Mistweaver. But those of us who do, like, we can usually get a pretty good feel for how the class or the spec is performing pretty early. And I think there have been times where I've thought the community perception of Mistweaver has just been wrong. You know, like, I think right now we're kind of in like a phase where like for example, I was watching the Race of World first, and yeah, they're running double Pres Evoker, which is just blasting healing, and like I don't know, but there are some fights where I'm like, dude, like if they just like turned that I don't know, like one of those Pres Evokers into a Mistweaver, I feel like this fight would be easier. Because like they're running like Resto Shaman, Holy Priest to help with like the spot healing outside of Evoker's ramps and stuff. I mean, there's like plenty of other reasons why they're running. Like Shamans also add 10% like double fort buff, and obviously Priests bring fort buff and stuff. But like Mistweavers right now, like dude, our spot healing's really good, and I feel like they could also kind of fill that gap while also providing a similar, not a similar, but like a pretty strong ramp. I don't know. I think the community perception's like all over the place. It all depends on who you ask. But as someone who has played Mistweaver throughout the good and the bad, we are not as good as, what was it, season 2, 10.2? Maybe that was season 3. Was 10.2 season 3? Yeah, I think so. But we're not as bad as like, when were we bad? Like Dragonflight season 1 or Shadowlands season 1? Yeah, we're definitely not there. You know, just ping on your frame and it works in Cell. It's not working for me though, is what I'm saying. I think you have to like toggle it. Maybe there's a setting I need to look for. Don't run meta build. It's that's on the Discord. Oh,
4,
oh Ryan.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah, I mean you're preaching to the choir. But I mean they have good intentions, you know. But yeah, yeah. Definitely have, they're good people and they have good intentions, but I definitely do agree. Alright, Tank, get in there, Mojo? Alright, we're doing a +9 now. Hopefully we time. Because it would, I mean, it would be like fine IO. I don't really care about the IO, but I really do want the what's it called? The crests. Definitely thought that I literally thought that I was Chi-Jing that whole time, which is kind of cringe.
The Order of Night is trying to steal the flagship.
I'm bare bones with my add-ons. I use Details Radar IO and console port. Because I play on handheld sometimes. Interesting. By handheld, do you mean like, what is it? A Steam Deck is the handheld device that people use? That's very cool. You know, I've always wanted to like play this game handheld as well. Oh lord, people are gonna die here. Not today. But I've always wanted to play on handheld, but you know, like when I'm downstairs like watching TV with my wife or something. Oh boy, we're just behind, aren't we?
Be careful, outsider. Those
Like while we're downstairs watching TV or like I don't know something, and I'm like I need to just do some like small mythic keys on my alts. Like I wish I could also be playing and hanging out with my wife too, but I just don't own any way to do that. Oh, he's dead. No, he's not. These tormenting rays are cringe. Speaking of cringe, where is our Jade Fire Stomp, man? Let's click the toy. Maybe that'll help us.
They've webbed the Dawnbreaker. Defeat them to break it free.
Yeah, the pinging on the frames, for some reason it's not working for me. I definitely think it's like something I need to toggle, or maybe I toggled it off on accident. And I don't know, but there are so many like good applications for that. Is it a mechanic? Would y'all call that a mechanic? Yeah, I was talking about it earlier. Ah, we didn't catch that proc in time, so our enveloping mist was so slow to cast. But if y'all been watching the Race the World first, what the evokers are doing, which I think is like super cool, is they're pinging who they want to Verdant Embrace to make sure that they're in a safe spot. And then they're using that to kind of like find the person on the screen, and then they're Verdant Embracing to them to make sure it's safe first. The J-Fire just disappears though. It's so annoying. Yeah, but that's why like having a good little weak aura. Like I use this one. I think Meg made this one. It's a great weak aura. But it just kind of like lets you know it'll be like this when you have your Awakened J-Fire buff active, but it'll glow when you're actually on your J-Fire Stomp. And yeah, it's very helpful for this. But like even when the visual of the J-Fire Stomp isn't there, we can see where if we're actually on it or not, you know, which really comes in handy. Man, it's hot today. Oh wait, that's just the stream. It got significantly warmer since you joined, Luffy, for sure. Incoming Prez Evoker nerfs. Look, I hate to say like, oh, I hope this spec gets nerfed, blah blah blah. Because I never hope a spec gets nerfed. I don't want anyone who mains that spec to get mad at me for saying that. However, what I will say is I hope how they nerf Preservation Evoker is favorable and fun for the community. I hope that they change the way that the collapsing of the hot works, or like they make it like something that doesn't ruin the spec and waste all the people's time who have been gearing up their evokers. However, does it need a nerf? Yeah, I think it's safe to say yeah. Right? That's pretty safe. But do I hope they get nerfed? Absolutely not. Not at all. Move, people. Just revival that. I mean, we could have used Celestial Conduit for sure and just gotten away with it, but don't know. I feel like we shouldn't go. Oh, you gotta move. You gotta move. Okay. Run. Ah. I swear, if one day we get cheesed by this boss and I get caught like in the cosmetic part of the ship and just die to it, I'm gonna be so upset. Move, druid. You're killing me. Taking like too many ticks. We can Chi-Ji this. Especially putting a shield on the tank before this beam. Okay, dude, druid is off in Narnia. Call him freaking what's his name? Aslan? This druid has a lion stance. Ooh. Uh-oh. Hey, good luck, squad. You guys got this one. We can run. We can go the long way. Maybe we can just be so far out that we're chilling. Yeah, we're good. This is definitely one of the pools ever of this boss. Move it. Move it over here. Okay, we're chilling. Guess we just go ahead and Shayloons. Keep people topped up before this collapsing night. Here are the beams. We are going to have to go wide with it. Okay, our tank just fell over there, which is unfortunate. Let's kick one of those, I guess, while we're out here. Who's tanking? The druid is. So we're gonna cocoon the druid. We're gonna ignore the debuff, maybe. Try to burn the boss. And we did it. Who needs a tank? Easiest fight of my life. That happened. I died getting stuck on the flag. Oh man, I would rage at that. That's so annoying. Well, we are rotting. Look at our Jadefire Stomp just float away. It's like it's giving up on us. It's okay. It's just going to get some milk. It'll be right back for sure. But yeah, I know a lot of people like normal flying for this part. Like this guy's, he's normal mounted. Where are we going? Back here. Going in the back way. I mean, but this zone is like beautiful. I could do this dungeon all day just because of how good the zone is. I wish that they had put like a trinket like Gale of Shadows in this dungeon, so it was like more worthwhile to just sit here and farm it all day. OMG, you can normal flight. Yeah, it's something called, I think someone typed it earlier. Maybe it's still flight. I want to say. I think I aggroed those. I should not walk inside. Let's cocoon our tank here. Let's Chi-Ji. But yeah, someone said it earlier. I've already forgotten. That's how small and bird brain / fish brained I am. Still flight? Steady flight? I think steady flight sounds more correct. Yeah, you can definitely like toggle it. You might have to unlock it on the dragon flying tree maybe. That sounds right to me, but it also kind of sounds wrong, so. But yeah. GG. Just start watching. So have we decided that it's worth running peer-to-piece talent as a stable now? It seems very handy to have a single talent. Oh crap. Look, I'm doing it. I am doing it because it's just served me right this week, but I don't want to tell people to do it. And like right now I'm like coming to this pool way behind to the point where kind of all we could do to try to save it. But I mean, look, use it if you want to. It's not like oh, that's just what we're doing now. I don't want to like create that, because I'm pretty sure Other people are not running it, and you can still have success without it. But I think it is a very handy tool this week when we're pushing content that we are not geared to handle. You know, that's just my argument for it. You know, I also really like it. I wonder if you need Pathfinder achievement. Ooh, maybe. That's a good question. Let's definitely diffuse magic here. Maybe it helps with the dot. I don't know. I don't really know. I still accidentally have diffuse magic taken from when I was doing a siege of Boralus. Ooh, our camera just clipped through the floor. I don't like that. Don't like that one bit. All right, Mr. Yahtzee.
Your ascension is
I was literally gonna the next global was gonna be a cocoon on that guy. Thought we had enough for one more. Okay, we'll pick this druid. It wasn't meant to be on that druid. What? Oh gosh, Mr. Streamer. I'm sorry, you probably did miss me answering it. Hold on. I normal fly on Dawnbreaker 2. Life hack, yeah, definitely is a life hack. I just don't know how. I don't know all the things behind it. People choose to be slower. I mean, hey, look, the tortoise won the race. That's all I'm gonna say. But I know I am a slower chat reader today. I'm taking it very slow. Just trying to do this dungeon correctly and limit the number of deaths.
your ascension
Screw it, we're cocooning ourselves.
is
It's for precision. Yeah, it is for precision because this dungeon you can kind of like fall and accidentally pull some mobs because how tight knit everything is in the dungeon. Uh-oh. Tank pulled. What are we doing? What's the plan? Kill me.
Your survival wasn't necessary.
Well, you can mount in this room. Okay, now where the heck is the tank? See, like, normal flying would be so much easier here. Like, you can tell these guys are normal flying for sure, but it lets you kind of like hover and wait on where the tank's gonna land. Like, this works though. This is the sloppiest thing I've ever seen, and it's partly me because I'm not normal flying. If anyone knows how we can survive this, give me some suggestions in chat, because right now I couldn't tell you what all we're fighting. I feel like there's more down there that keeps hitting me. We're out of the frontal. We're in the swirly. Okay. I revivaled. That guy got absolutely clobbered. This is not pretty. Yeah, that's that. If that's not argument enough to why you should have the normal flying on, I don't know what is. Yeah, definitely should have diffused magic probably 6 ticks ago. That thing cranks on us. Ooh, I also need to keybind my new trinket. I don't even really know how to use it that well. But, like you said, look, slow is smooth. And smooth is fast. That's how you're supposed to be doing dungeons this week, is slow is smooth, smooth is fast.
Your immunity is complete.
Ooh, I really think they should put some guardrails in this dungeon. Beginners, aka me, are so confused. It's like bowling. Y'all ever who uses rails when they bowl? I won't like real answers only. You can be honest here. We are there's no shaming, no rail shaming or no bumper shaming in this chat. Uh-oh. Where are we going? See, we don't have normal flying, so we have to fly into buildings to stand still. Like, look at him just hovering there, showing off that he has the ability to do that. Not in the building.
Only the strongest survive.
Okay. Please don't tell me you got the sack brood. I will faint. No. We did not get the sack brood. It's not. Look, on this stream, we don't have good luck. We have bad luck. So think of like a much worse trinket. That's the one we got for sure. Couldn't even tell you what it does. Oh, Tink. Mr. Tink. Alright, that's one way. About to land down there with the Tink, but he got absolutely clobbered in one shot. Yep. Alright, tank. Where are we dropping? Cocoon the tank, stun everything, help the tank survive. Stay alive. I literally couldn't survive that.
Survive.
And I was also like slowed to oblivion back. Oh, that was just ugly. I think we're pulling more over there. Usually you like land right under this, and you can like land back here too. You can land back there. Alright, where are we going? Because like I had to land, use like so much of my utility all at once, right once I landed.
Your survival wasn't necessary.
The mage is like, okay, dude, just please follow me. Oh, and then the tank left. Group looks shit. The mage is like, brother, come on. The druid's saying, I love pugging Mythic Plus. Wahoo. Oh, boy. Oh, my God. These are our Monday keys, boys. These are the Monday keys. My iPad keeps, like, blowing up. I don't even know what it is. Let me mute that. I joined a new Discord group last night. And, dude, they're just, like, way too active. Way too active. They removed everyone. They like, disbanded the group. That's what I was saying. Like, normally you land on the other side of that little archway. But, hey, I don't know. They were all flaming each other in chat, too. This is why a lot of streamers... I don't know if y'all picked up on this, but... A lot of streamers that use, like, the cat emojis... So, like, there's, like, what? Waffle Cat and Dorky are two big ones. But even, like, other streamers, like that one guy that plays Warrior in PvP... He uses, like, an image that he just took from, like, Google Images or whatever. They cover up chat with your... You're supposed to cover up chat, just in case there's some, like, slurs and, you know... Which we've definitely had a slur tossed in chat before, which was very, very obnoxious. But yeah, Todd, it's not like a set thing. Tanks have such a hard time on the trash there. They got bad habits built in Mythic Zero runs where they could just land right on the mini boss. You can't do that. You gotta land somewhere safe and go slow. Yeah, you need to make sure everyone's with you, and like that your healer especially can protect you for that first bit of that pool, or you're just gonna get killed. Like you're gonna get one shot. So one thing that I've been doing this week, I want to make sure all of you guys do this before the week ends. So, you know, everyone this week has been running a bunch of Mythic Plus and all this other stuff trying to grind gear. But here in this little town hall, little dining place, I don't know. There's a couple world quests, and one of them is to do some bosses on time walking, and another one is to do some it's just to kill like a time walking boss. It's to kill Illidan in the time walking raid. So what you guys need to do on like all of your alts, like every single one of them, or your main at least, is to get both of these world quests. I don't know who has them, but there's like 3 in a row right here. And then queue up for a Black Temple Legacy raid and do the full raid, because you can get like you can get heroic gear from it, which is crazy. It's what I've been doing on all of my alts. So if y'all remember, if y'all watched on Friday, I don't know why I stuttered that, but we loaded up our priest and it was 484 item level or something very low. Well, I did the all of my alts were like that. I did the Black Temple raid and I did these quests on all of my alts, or I think I've done it on 3 out of 5 of them so far. And I have jumped about 40 item levels at least on each of my alts. Yeah, it's crazy how good it is for gearing. But I mean, honestly, there's no reason why I play my monk now except for just for you guys. So let's just queue up for another one. Might as well. I mean, we could look for a what's the last boss name? I don't even know what her name is, but we do need the final boss, Heroic Queen. So if y'all want to watch us prog with pugs, a Heroic Queen kill, we can do that, but that's a normal group. Other than that, I mean, we just don't need to grind our Mistweaver that much today, to be honest. I mean, I guess the stream, I don't know. Look, I have played more WoW this week than I have any other week. By a lot. By a whole lot. I mean, like, I've done so many 6s, it's not even funny. Oh boy. So much grinding. And on the alts too. Like, you add in all the alt stuff I've done this week, it's like, ugh, it's crazy. It's just crazy they made it to +9 not knowing where to land. Yeah, it's also crazy I've made it to +9 not knowing how to toggle on the stupid dragon flying thing. Where is my dragon riding buttons? It's one of these, right? Like dungeon tools, details. Where's my dragon flying stuff? How do you see your... and move it? In talents? Dude, where are your dragon flying stuff? Spellbook. That makes too much sense. Okay. Spellbook. Sky riding. Aha. Sky riding. Switch flight style. So this is what it is. Switch between sky riding and steady flight styles for flying mounts. Mounts that don't support sky riding will be grounded if sky riding is active. So we need to have this on our bars so that while we're flying around, let's test it. While we're in Dawnbreaker, maybe we need to do it off mount. Key went not great. Yeah, that key was not pretty at all. How do you use this? How do you use this? Requires the War Within Pathfinder. Ugh. Oh no. I have to get Pathfinder and War Within. That's a yikes. Yeah, read the big red text in the middle of my screen. It's a 5-second cast toggle or bad. That's so stupid. Yeah, I definitely need the Pathfinder. Ah, that's another thing I have to grind off stream, dude. Crazy. I just did it. It's not that difficult. Okay. I know, isn't that where you? There's like a couple different achievements that give you Pathfinder. One of them is like you have to fly the whole zone or whatever. Even I haven't. I'm a casual. I just never like achievement hunt. What? Let's see. Pathfinder. Pathfinder. Oh, so I just need to explore Kazalgar. Easy. How have I not already? Explore. How is it Hollowfall that I haven't explored? All right, let's do that now. Who would have thought that a Mythic Plus strat would entail us just flying around a zone? Get better at a dungeon. Probably just need to fly around a couple areas. Yeah, apparently it's just one area. The Undersea. The Undersea, which is probably that like waterfall thing down in Hollowfall. Very weird. Just fly to the Undersea and you have it. No grinding needed, yeah. But I know a lot of people got their Pathfinder while leveling their Earthen character. So apparently Earthen's like one of their racials or something is that they get like double XP from learning new zones or like flying to new zones. So what they would do is they would just get on their mount and just fly all across the... It's the north side. I've definitely done a world quest there. Maybe it was on an alt. Yeah, maybe it was on... I think it was on my shaman. But like all they would do is just fly around on their mounts and just level from like, what, 10 to 70? Which is like so funny to me. Yeah, I've definitely explored the zone because I think one of the world bosses was here one of the weeks. It was like up here, right? Or the Undersea. Where are we at? Interesting. I'm a little stupid. The north side of Hollowfall. Yeah, it is the 3 islands. Yeah, definitely did the world boss there. Definitely did that. The biggest of the 3. All right, let's get there. You have to wait 5 seconds to cast to change how you ride your mount. To me, that's so dumb. I mean, it makes sense that we have to stand there and channel to cast summoning the mount, because that requires, like, magical power. But changing how you actually ride your mount, to me, that shouldn't take, like, a channel time or a cast time. That's a little stupid. You find it annoying to pop Renewing Mist in the middle of your rotation. Unless it's at the start of my rotation, I find it hard to press because of the global cooldown to rest. The rest of my abilities suffer. Every second counts. I mean, I do agree, like, for sure, every second counts. But I don't find it annoying because I've gotten to where I know when damage is about to hit for the most part. Like I can like when I'm on a boss that has like 3 mechanics, I know like, okay, you just use one mechanic, I have a couple seconds. It does kind of suck to kind of like halt your DPS rotation, but I like it sets you up to perform better in the coming like few seconds, like the coming like 20 seconds. So like it does suck to like halt your DPS rotation, but like if you're in like downtime, but like the calm before a storm of like a mechanic, it's definitely worth it to do. Like and you'll learn to love it. Like the amount of times that just having one more Renewing Mist active on an ally so that my Vivifies Cleave on a one more person so that I don't like fall behind on healing has saved people at like no health. Has like really helped. Is it this little thing? Also, apparently I've been lacking on these things. You fly out to sea under the crystal. What? What the heck? I guess it does make sense that it's called the Undersea. But like it does kind of suck sure, because it does like break the immersion, which is why a lot of people hate the, oh my goodness, really? I feel like we flew over this spot. But that's why a lot of people don't like the whole weaving aspect of Mistweaver, of like having to weave in Vivifies and weave in this and weave in that, you know. But it definitely like it sets you up for future success for sure. Like it seems like a seemingly meaningless global, but not only is it going to heal for a good amount over its like 20 or even up to like 40-second duration, but also if you factor in all of the Vivify cleaves that it's also allowing to happen, it adds up to a lot of healing for just one global that you spend now, but you get value out of later, you know. Maybe you have mentioned, why do you think crit is weighted so heavy on a lot of guides? What changed versus Dragonflight Season 4? I mean, crit's kind of always been like a crazy, like it's been a very good stat. I think one thing that's gotten crit a lot more value, so it all like it does have to come down to like the numbers it provides. So like if you look at like our mastery formula, I don't think I have it anywhere readily available, but like the way that like each of your stats like scales in your mastery alone can like show like just how much power they can provide. But the thing about crit is it's like a flat healing scaler. So like if I have 18% crit, on average 18% of my healing sources are gonna crit. So you can see that you're going to get like an on average 18% bonus by having 18% crit. You know what I mean? Like, and it's not like exactly that, but it's like pretty. It scales normally, whereas like things like verse don't scale. Like if I have 7% verse, I'm not doing like 7% more healing. It's not like a flat thing like that. It's like it really depends on that, but it also depends on like the sources that your healing's coming from. So like if you're leaning more into like these like chunkier instances of healing, like you're gonna see a bit more value on the crit if you can get those instances to crit, you know. But I don't know. That's kind of like some of the little nuance behind it. But also there's some like synergies. So like your mana tea stacks can crit, which is cool, and that can just give you more mana to use throughout a fight to get more healing out of, you know. So it's not just that you're gaining just value on every single one of your heals by giving it a chance to crit, you're also gaining mana on the back end of a fight to help you have more mana to spend to heal more in a fight, you know what I mean? So there's like different little things like that that can add up to, which is yeah, it's I don't know, it's just like for us it just scales very well, very well compared to our other stats, you know. Also, I think crit is so heavily weighted because haste can't produce the same amount of HPS. Well, I mean, that's kind of like what we're saying is like it just produces more HPS. Like haste is very good, but like it also depends on like what build you're running, because a Rising Mist build does like more haste than like a Tear of Morning build, you know, because you need to be able to catch more procs of like, say if you're running like Misty Peaks, like you need to catch those procs like and extend them and stuff, and like you need to have more Rising Sun kicks. Also, if you're running Rising Mist, haste shaves down time off of your Rising Sun kick cooldown. So it's like there's just like a lot of like synergy that just changes things. So it all depends on like what build you're running. But across the board, crit is just like it's just a big stat, you know. It's a fat stat for us. But it just all comes down to like when you look across the board at any class, like take a warrior class or like a, you know, like any class, you just have to look at what if I cast a spell, what is that spell doing? It's taking like a percentage of your spell power and like multiplying it by this and by that and by this, and then at the end of that calculation, it's giving it a chance to crit, you know. So it's like you have to see what the weight is of each of those modifiers, kind of thing. To that, I mean, that's just how I think all the simming sites do it, to see like what you're getting the most out of, is they kind of like simulate how much healing each thing's doing, and they just notice that crit just makes it more consistent and higher. So yeah, I don't know, that's such a, now that I'm thinking about what I just said, I'm like confusing myself. I'm like, that's such a bad explanation, but whatever. Ooh, Manatee crits, mind blown. Yeah, at least look, now that I'm like saying it, I haven't read it in a long time. For every bunch of mana you spend, you get a stack of Manatee with a chance equal to your crit strike chance to generate one extra stack. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Love your statement about synergies. So true for Mistweaving. Yeah, there's so many synergies in our kit. That's why like one talent point changes the build. You know, like changes your objective as how to play it and how to pilot it. So that's why like Mistweaver is like awesome and so much fun to learn and like to min max and keep improving on, but it's so daunting for new players. So that's why I try to give an answer, like a detailed answer to like every question you guys give. Because I know it's a lot. It's a lot to learn. But that's what I'm here for. Hopefully together we can mash our brains together and make a full brain and come up with an answer. For sure. But guys, I'm to the point where I've played too much WoW. The thought of queuing up for another dungeon is making my hands sore. So I think what I'm gonna do is just go ahead and start editing this first episode of All Healers to 3K. It's gonna be like a Mistweaver heavy thing. Basically, the series is gonna be getting Mistweaver to 3K and then getting the alts to 3K. So I'm gonna go start on that editing process. I don't know when it's gonna be posted. It could take a while, trust me. But guys, that's gonna do it for this stream. It was a shorter one. We started a bit later and we're also ending a bit earlier, but it's just the Monday before the first big vault opening. We've gotten our vault done. We grinded all week. Been blasting keys. Thoughts on moving Grace of the Crane over to Elusive Mists if you are using Soothing Mists more often. Thoughts on moving Grace of the Crane. Oh god. Grace of the Crane. Over to Elusive Mists. Well, the thing is, like, you shouldn't, Todd, you shouldn't be Soothing Misting enough to get full value out of this. Because, like, if you're Soothing Misting 100% of the dungeon, one, you're doing zero damage. But two, you're only providing 6% mitigation to you and your target. So like, I mean, you can take a full-on Soothing Mist build and just like run a dungeon with it, sure, and like full commit. But the thing about like Elusive Mist is like you have to be full committal. And I'm not taking Peer into Peace to be full committal. I still want to get I want to be cycling these buttons and like rotating this playstyle. The only reason why I was running Peer into Peace was for that one dungeon, and I just forgot to swap off of it. But like, sure, I mean, you could do that, but just, you know, it's a lot. But you said to swap off of Grace of the Crane. God, I need to learn these new buttons or these new talents. Grace of the Crane. See, I don't know. Grace of the Crane's pretty fat, especially if you like factor in all the times you're spell harming. Like the boosted healing that you get from Celestial Conduit, like you just get more value across the dungeon from Grace of the Crane because it's more consistent value. Bearded Viking, thanks for the stream, dude. It's been a very chill to game with. Hey, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday we have these chill streams. Nothing super serious, at least yet. I was watching on YouTube, but at Twitch it's much better. I've heard that. I've heard a lot of people who watch me on both platforms enjoy it better on Twitch for sure. Tired of WoW? Time for a Smite stream. Uh-oh, let's load it up. No. I'm not tired of WoW. I have to do alt stuff, and when we streamed our alt gaming on Friday, a lot of people tuned out of the stream, so I don't want to bore you guys. So I'm gonna go get a drink, chill for a bit, probably talk to my wife, and then come back here, put on a movie, and just like do some alt Black Temple and get at least one Mythic 0 vault slot on each of my alts for the series. But yeah, Todd, it's like, yeah, time for Final Fantasy 14. Okay, Brother Bear, you're banned. No, I'm kidding. Smite 2, I'm an Afro man. Did they add Afro into Smite 2 yet? Because the last time I played the Smite 2 alpha, they didn't. But I don't know. I said bye like 20 minutes ago. This is one thing about being from the south of the United States is like when you get to go to a family function, like a Thanksgiving dinner, and it's time to leave, you spend about an hour saying bye to everyone. So I just need to cut it cold turkey. I will see you guys on Wednesday. get ready to come and have a good time. I think I'm already gonna have open my vault so that I have the piece for raid on Tuesday. But I will see you guys on Wednesday. Stay tuned. Also, hit me up on Discord if you'll have any video suggestions. Make sure and drop them there. There is a channel for that. Other than that, it's been a good time. I enjoy spending time with you guys on Mondays to make these Monday keys more bearable. We are horrible with that. Yeah. Oh gosh, you know, it's funny because I'm from the South and my wife is Hispanic, so I get like both. She is from the South and her family's Hispanic, so it's like they double dip in that. So it's funny to watch, but yeah, okay, I'll see you guys next time. Have a good one. Bye everyone. See you on Wednesday, same time Wednesday.